Yo, what's going on, guys? It's the director. Darwin launches here. January, it's coming. And I'm sure a lot of you guys saw they had a leak here on PlayStation 4. Intentional leak, by the way. There's no way this was just leaked. This is like they leaked this to build some hype for their game. So let's get down to business. I've actually seen a few reviews of this video so far, but there's some things that I can tell people missed. So I'm going to go ahead and go over it in some great detail so you all understand what's about to happen to Darwin Project. There's a lot of changes. Senpai. So what I actually did, guys, is I went through frame by frame to pick out and see if there was anything that people may have missed when they reviewed it. And I found a few things. Oh, it's going to block the camera. All right, guys, let's jump right into it. Choose your class. So there's 3 classes. We can see it right here. You got the jet wings, the grapple gauntlet, and the headhunter drone. It's kind of hard to make out, but I'm pretty sure I was able to read it all. So what it says is the jet wings, you use the power of flight to outmaneuver your foes and deal damage from above. You got the grapple gauntlet, which is use a mechanized hand to rapidly close the gap between you and your opponent. Then the headhunter drone, command a robotic companion to track targets and do your bidding. All self-explanatory, so you know what the classes are. Everyone kind of got that from this, right? Moving on to this. So this is what people may not have picked up on. Choose 2 abilities. What that should say at the top there is choose class abilities, right? So since there's only 4, there's no scroll down wheel. What that means is that these 4 abilities are locked to a certain class, aka electronics. So each class is going to have certain electronics that they can use that the others can't. And you can see the class level 3, class level 10. It just means you're going to have to play that class to unlock the electronics to be able to choose between the 4 instead of just the 2 that you're going to have right at the beginning here. Bam. Okay, so this is a really important scene. This is explaining each class, right? So this scene, the next scene, and the third scene are going to show you exactly what each class does. So here's the jet wings, right? You just fly, and you can see right here, there's a cooldown, so that was an electronic. These 2 are electronics. You choose 2, right? And so this is him using the jet wings to fly around. So obviously, backtrack a little bit here. You can fly. Cool. All right, right here, this is the grapple gauntlet. So you see it attaching. God, the quality sucks. The grapple gauntlet attaching to the mountain. He's just pulling himself all the way up. All right, so that's the grapple gauntlet. That's what that can do. And then you got the headhunter drone going off and farming that electronic. So those are the 3 classes that it just showcased: the jet wings, the grapple gauntlet, and the headhunter drone, showing you all what you can do. This next scene is pretty cool. There's actually a lot that goes on in this scene, and I'm gonna show you kind of really what it is, because most people would have watched this through and not really picked up on anything. So you see the arena. So oh yeah, okay, the arena looks different. Kind of draws your attention there. He just got his drone destroyed when he was swinging. So he had the drone. It looked like it may have been the enemy's drone. I can't tell if that's the gauntlet on his hand. So that may have been what that was. But what's really important out of this entire scene is not what's going on in here. It's what's down here. And so what I'm going to do is just kind of hit right here. I kind of touched on it a little bit earlier. So this is your class ability. And one thing that you may notice right here is there's 4 yellow circles. And there's a cooldown. Okay, so let's jump into this. On the right side, you have 2 resources. Just to notice, you got your trees still, and you also have Darwinium. That's what that's called. That's a new resource. What you may have picked up on from that is there is no leather. What that's going to actually tell me now is Darwinium is the primary resource to pretty much make anything here. And what that also tells me, especially looking at the entire thing as a whole, I don't see any boots or cloaks or axe stuff. I do see an axe like right here that might be class related, but the boots and the cloaks are definitely gone. So I'm not sure if that means we all move at the same speed. So this brings us to our next line. These 3 circles are going to be your class upgrade abilities. So like obviously right here you have the 4 circles showing that you have 4 uses of your gauntlet. You don't always have that. And if you look back at the previous one right here, if we go back, so if we went back to right here a little earlier in the video, you're going to see the 2 circles, and this is upgraded once. So that just added another use of the class ability. So that's what those 3 circles are doing. They're upgrading your class, essentially. Moving back to the arena scene here, you're also going to see the 4th line. You have your arrows, and then it has 2 consumables, and it's got your trap. I've only ever seen 1 trap in there, but I don't know if you can have multiple or not. Definitely the consumables. That's where your glider would go. So this would be like replace the craft wheel. Your glider would go in here and things like that. Since there's no more leather in the game, I don't see how you could craft a glider. They may have changed that mechanic, or you can get it from loot, which is going to bring me into my next scene here. All right, this is bringing me to the next scene. This is the jet wings class right here, and you see this bar in the air. As he's going up, you see a bar depleting. So that's obviously his jetpack fuel as he's going up. And then you see this. Boost. Beak. So Also, the cooldown activated right here on the left. So what that is that's an electronic. That's a new electronic that's in the game, and that's specific for the Jet Wings class. So that's what I took from this. And then he also has 2 upgrades here, which based off of this, seeing like the energy bar and everything like that, there's other 2 ones. So each one of these things is going to upgrade something. So you see this bar right here, that is the jet fuel. So as you upgrade your class, you might be able to upgrade how long you can stay in the air with this class. That would just make the most sense to me. This next scene is super important, and to take away with this, they actually are making changes to electronics. So we see in this scene right here, Bink, did you see that? I'm gonna go back. See, watch the energy shield. You see like some movement over here. It looks like he fired an arrow. Watch. Bink. See how that glowed up? That didn't glow and change color because of he activated. It was already activated, and you can see right here that it's been activated, right? So he gets hit. There's no knockback from that arrow, and he kills him. Right there. You see that? This is what's actually very more important too, is so looting bodies in Darwin's gone. This has become a Fortnite loot system. You can see a tree here. You can see the Darwinium. You can see a cage trap. And one more thing to take away from this too is, like, I'm going to go back just a little bit. You can see down here, I looked at his loot as well. He has a glider in here. So it looks like you can carry only 4 things, and it's interchangeable, just based like how you would in Fortnite. So you can only carry 4 things. So when you kill somebody or you get loot, you can replace those things or probably stack those things as we go on throughout the game. Going to the final scene, this is what makes this class look possibly one of the most OP to me. And the reason I say that is because side roll, as you all know, has been removed from the game, and that was one of the most OP axe swings that you could possibly do. It had such a wide range, you could cut anybody down, but this is going to throw you for a loop right here. Ready? You saw this, guys, right? The boost. Look how much distance was closed in this. Right here. Very far away from this guy. Boost. Bam. It was in the air and controlled, and he changed direction. So that looked like about how a side roll would, but instead it's a boost in while you're in the air. Guys, that's it for me. Hopefully I broke down enough that you may have seen something that you did not see the first time around. And with that, I'm out. Have a good one, guys.